During the Cold War, the world was not divided by battlefields, but by fear. A fear that did not come from marching armies, but from what could happen next. Behind closed doors, in secret meetings, in places the public would never see. This was not a war fought with constant explosions. It was a war fought with silence, with information, with secrets. Power was no longer measured only in bombs or soldiers, but in knowledge. Knowing what your enemy was thinking before they acted, before they even spoke, became the most powerful weapon on Earth. On one side stood the United States, emerging from World War II as the dominant global power. On the other stood the Soviet Union, expanding its ideological and military reach across Eastern Europe and beyond. Between them, the world became a chessboard, and every nation, every leader, every decision was a potential move. American leaders understood one thing very clearly. A direct war with the Soviet Union could not be won, not without ending civilization itself. With nuclear weapons on both sides, a single mistake could mean annihilation. So the question was no longer how to defeat the enemy in battle, but how to stop the battle from ever happening. The answer was intelligence. In 1947, the United States created the Central Intelligence Agency. Publicly, it was described as an organization dedicated to gathering and analyzing information to protect national security. But in reality, the CIA was something else entirely. It was built to operate in the shadows, beyond public scrutiny, beyond traditional rules of war. The CIA became the invisible hand of American power, a tool designed to influence events without leaving fingerprints, to shape the world without appearing on the map. From the very beginning, human intelligence was at the heart of American espionage. CIA operatives were placed across the globe, often under deep cover. These were not movie spies. They were ordinary people living extraordinary lives. They worked as diplomats, journalists, professors, businessmen, engineers. Some spent years, even decades, maintaining false identities so convincing that even their closest friends and family never suspected the truth. Every detail of their lives was constructed with precision, because one mistake, one slip of the tongue, could mean exposure, imprisonment, or death. These agents were positioned inside governments, political parties, universities, labor unions, and military institutions. Their mission was simple in theory, but dangerous in practice. Gather information, understand power structures, identify weaknesses, and report everything back to Washington. In many cases, decisions made inside foreign capitals were already known in the United States before they were ever announced publicly. Espionage allowed American leaders to see crises forming long before they erupted. Recruitment became another critical weapon. The CIA actively searched for insiders willing to talk. Some were motivated by ideology, others by money, some by resentment, fear, or ambition. Personal weaknesses became leverage, financial problems, private scandals, hidden secrets. During the Cold War, human vulnerability became a strategic resource. But people alone were not enough. The Soviet Union was vast, secretive, heavily guarded. To truly understand its military capabilities, the United States turned to technology. One aircraft would become a symbol of American espionage, the Lockheed U-2. Designed to fly at extreme altitudes, the U-2 could soar far above most fighter jets and air defense systems of its time. From those heights, it captured detailed images of missile sites, air bases, nuclear facilities, and troop movements deep inside Soviet territory. For years, these missions revealed the truth behind Soviet propaganda. They showed what was real and what was exaggerated. American officials believed the U-2 was nearly untouchable, a silent observer in the sky. That belief ended in 1960. A U-2 was shot down over Soviet territory, its pilot was captured alive, and the world learned the truth. The United States had been spying from the skies. The incident caused outrage and embarrassment on the global stage, but it also confirmed something critical. The intelligence gathered was too valuable to abandon. By the early 1960s, espionage became deeply embedded in every major American decision: military planning, diplomatic negotiations, crisis management. What the public saw was only the surface of the Cold War. Beneath it, an invisible war was being fought every single day. And soon, that invisible war would uncover a threat so severe that it would bring the world closer to nuclear destruction than ever before. All revealed not by soldiers, but by spies.